Good evening, DCWA fans. This is your host, the Motor City Madman, coming to you with a very special series of announcements regarding an upcoming event that we have. Our first annual D-1 Cup will be coming to you this Sunday, live on YouTube. First round matches only are going to be live on YouTube, but this Sunday. What is the D1 Cup? Stay tuned in the next few minutes, and I, the Motor City Madman, will go over the competitors, some of the rules, and what's at stake in our first annual month-long March Madness tournament, the D1 Cup. So join me as we go on a journey into the DCWA and the mind of the matchmakers in Hollywoodville, Mercer, to give you the lowdown on the D1 Cup. D1 Cup is DCWA's first league-style tournament for singles competitors. The matchmakers and Hollywoodville Mercer has handpicked the participants in the DCWA D1 Cup tournament. And remember, as I stated before, this upcoming Sunday will be live on YouTube with the first round matches of the D1 Cup. We're going to see the competitors who've been entered coming up shortly, but I must tell you that although a worthy individual, due to his losing to the Wraith several times in both singles and tag encounters, Asakawa has not been entered into the D1 Cup. Management has stated that Asakawa must go back to the bottom and work its way back up into title contention. And whether you think it's fair to Asakawa or not, management and matchmakers have made their decision that he will not be in it. And let's get to A block, our first block, A block. You can see some of the names that will go into some of these individuals. We got Vishnu Sridharan, the current DCWA Dojo champion, known for his extreme speed and very underrated. He might be the dark horse of the tournament. Next we got Bad Leroy Brown, only got one singles loss. So what does this tournament hold for him? Fresh out of a feud with the Hardcore Committee and Ace Blade, what will Leroy Brown do in the tournament? Former DCWA Heavyweight Champion, the fighting legend Shaolin. Next competitor in the tournament, we know his pedigree. We got Barbario Cavernario, the Hombre de la Caverna from Mexico. Next competitor representing the OGs, we have General Jerry McDermott has put up Virus. Virus will be in this tournament. Virus may be another dark horse if his lucha style is going to throw some others. We got the man, the return of the Mac himself, Rodney Mack, entered into the tournament, representing the Fight faction. We got to see what this grizzled veteran is going to do in this tournament. The Canadian Nightmare, representing the Predacons, Matt Dalton. I gotta think this guy is gonna be one of the most dangerous men in the tournament, and he presents some interesting matchups. The Power of Goth himself, Michael Graves, the leader of the others, stakes his claim for tournament supremacy. And now on to B Block. Rockstar himself, representing Hell's Legion, X-Head, entered into the B Block looking for championship gold and a tournament win. Can X-Head bring his dangerous style to this tournament and cause a difference? He's got to be one of the favorites to take B Block. Fresh off the feud with Michael Graves, it would be interesting to see if the winner of A Block was Graves and the winner of B Block was X-Head, and you would no doubt have a very bloody and hard-hitting grudge encounter. The next, the prototype, Richard Wright, representing Money Star. Richard Wright, a former two-time TV champion, stepping out from Money Stars for a second to go on a solo run. Can Richard Wright stake his claim to the DCWA Heavyweight Championship by a win in the D-1 Cup? Combination of athleticism and strength, he's got to be a man to watch in our tournament. The alpha male, Monty Brown, representing Stuntman Inc., a veteran of the ring, and with that pounce, he may be pouncing his way to a tournament victory and another shot at the DCWA Heavyweight Championship. I know the Raven and Jerry McDermott has got to be watching this tournament to see who's going to be their next challenger. The alpha male, Monty Brown, our competitor in the B Block. Our next competitor, the former bronze medalist for Greco-Roman wrestling in the Olympics, Japan only, Ikehara. Ikehara been quiet as of late. Management and matchmakers sought to put him in this tournament. Ikehara, very honorable competitor, has no doubt earned his way and earned his respect of the matchmakers and Bill Mercer. Ikehara with his suplexes, Greco-Roman style and strength, as well as his ground and pound, is going to be someone to watch in the D1 Cup. Our current TV champion, the Viking, Leon Blackgrave, promises to show Thor's hammer on his way to a D1 Cup victory. He's going to present a very difficult matchup for the others in the B block. And if he wins, it will be his first time challenging for the DCWA Heavyweight Championship. So he's got a lot of motivation. The White Troop, no doubt, has him very prepared and mentally ready for the D1 Cup. The Predator King himself, very interested in Matt Dalton's in A block. We got D. Williams, the Predator King, in B block. Can D. Williams pull himself out of a losing rut that he's been in to create some meaningful victories on his way to the D1 Cup Championship and ultimately a heavyweight title shot? Wouldn't it be interesting to see if he and Matt Dalton have to face off in the finals, being both competitors both at A and B block? Predacons have two chances to win this tournament with D. Williams and Matt Dalton. D. Williams, another entrant to B block D1 Cup. Then we have the sadistic British grappler himself, Lord Wendell Stevens, representing Fracture. This guy is a dangerous man and a sadistic individual, and you gotta believe that type of enthusiasm and energy will be well received in a tournament like this. No doubt he's motivated to bring the championship, the D1 Cup, and the Heavyweight Championship home to Fracture. We gotta also watch out for the Dark Sheep. Where there's Wendell Stevens, there's the Dark Sheep. Wendell Stevens, your next competitor in the D1 Cup. Baby boy Trey Bingham, representing the Hardcore Committee. Hardcore Committee fresh off a series of matches with their rival DOA done with. Hardcore Committee representing Trey Bingham. Trey Bingham representing, Hardcore Committee. Athleticism, pure skill. Can Trey Bingham bring home the D1 Cup and ultimately a heavyweight title shot to the Hardcore Committee? Only time will tell. We got a stacked lineup in the D1 Cup. Matchmakers and management have done an excellent job picking these competitors. We should have very competitive matchups in the D1 Cup. And as you can see here, the ultimate prize is a shot at that heavyweight championship currently held by the Rays. So whoever wins the D1 Cup will get his shot at the DCWA Heavyweight Championship. And remember, we're going live. We're going live on YouTube this Sunday for round one of the D1 Cup. You will see both matches from both A and B blocks. And here's a quick rundown of the rules. 5 points given for a pinfall or submission. 3 points for a count out. 2 points for a draw. 1 point for a loss. And as you can see, first round live March 7th on the DCWA YouTube channel. Join us live for round one of the first annual D1 Cup. Leave us some comments. Who do you think will take the cup home? Who do you think is the dark horse? Who do you think will surprise us? Do you think dreams will be made? Dreams will be crushed in the D1 Cup? General Jerry McDermott and the Rays are going to be watching with bated breath to see who the next challenger is for the Rays. The D1 Cup premiering March 7th on our YouTube channel. A live broadcast. You'll be able to interact with the Motor City Madman. Get your questions answered. Remember, we'll have a further breakdown of the rules before the broadcast begins. It's not a one-night tournament. It's a month-long tournament. The month of March. 5 points to the winner by pinfall or submission. 3 points for a draw. 2 points for a count out. And 1 point for a loss. Join us for the D1 Cup. This has been the Motor City Madman, introducing the rules, the competitors, and very excited about the D1 Cup coming. Remember, live on our YouTube channel, March 7th. Check it out. We will see you then. Peace.